Hello, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age. And in this episode, Phantom and Hendrik will be going to Mount Pang Lai in order to try and discover a new power for Phantom, as he was once a luminary. He may have lost his powers, but will he be able to find something new? A new power. Whilst you're in Mount Pang Lai, you'll find out. And whilst also there, will Phantom regroup with one of his old allies? I'm not going to tell you whether he does or not. I'm going to leave it open, so without further ado, let's go. Get on a horse and ride. Hello my friends. Mango Grove's right up ahead. There are some seriously nasty monsters there, so watch your step. Oh, we fixed the bridge that leads to Costa Valor, by the way. I'm sure it'll come in handy. So it's not fixed until you do defeat the first Spectral Sentinel, Tyrian. Of course it's done like that on purpose. Here we go. So we've got a whole new section down below, so that's where you see Cyclops in the beginning of the game. But anyway, Mango Grove. So there's only 2 new enemies. Let's try and find them. There might be a vicious hand hat witch. I'm sorry. Saying it wrong. Have I faced a vicious lich yet? There's a vicious Shamhat witch. And the witch is down.
Victory is ours.
Is that a regular lich? It is, isn't it? So them two stay the same. There is one more enemy. What it is, I do not know. Oh, actually, I know what it is. It's that weird plant monster thingy. If it raining would have been easier to get the thingy, but I don't need the liquid slime now, so it's fine. Bang, so this is the last enemy. Tulip.
Well that ends well.
Very nice. There are Cyclops down here, so be careful of the Cyclops here. That should be everything now. Yep. All of these areas are done very nicely. Spellbound Bow. I need to look for chests as well on here, because, you never know. Fatalistic. Or fatality, I'm not sure how do you want to pronounce it, but anyway. Yeah, I believe you can use that bridge to go across normally, but you can come here. There's no point going through that part of the mango grove because I've got all the enemies. Anyway, hello there, when the cow. How are you doing? Let us go to the cost of the law. Bang. There we go. Right, cost of the law. Let's see what bad boys are around here, shall we? I don't know if there's any rarefied enemies yet either. You know. There's nothing new around here. I mean, I can go visit Champ Sauvage. If you remember that there was a guy over there that said, "Oh, you used to be able to go across here for Champ Sauvage. You can only get there by sea now, but now that's been fixed." So yeah, we'll have to look. The cost of the law. Corolossus, Cyclops, Skeleton Swordsman, and Iron Maiden. There are 7 other enemies. I don't know when or if they come out. I'm gonna go to the camp just to make it easier. Anyway, is this a vicious lump mage? Or is this not quite a lump mage? I don't remember which one. We'll see, won't we? Lump shaman. Very nice. Defeat you. Had to defeat you. Fools, the lot of you. Nothing else around. I mean, I do need to face the Bodkin Fletcher, so you know. Yeah, you won't run away now, you bitch. Nope. No, you won't.
Our triumph was never in doubt.
Overpowered. I am. Obtain more power, I must. As I said, I do like what they do here, you know, where you get to places that from areas you don't usually, that weren't connected in Act 1. And you get into Champ Sauvage from here. I mean, it is hinted at least in Act 1. Because you're told there used to be a route there, and now the route has been made. Anyway. You're not new, are you? Or are you new? Is that a vicious Krilla killer? I think it is. Anyway, can you stop that, please? Yikes.
All
Big
is
boy
well that
down.
ends well.
At 1084, I doubt that, Alright, there we go, so there's 4 more. There's a Corolossus again. Because that's for a quest, so I think that's why they keep the Corolossus in. I've already grabbed this chest from Voices to like. Obviously in Act 1 when I came here, all the chests I've already opened stay open. But of course, the zoom is non-existent. Well, especially for the first half of Act 2, I'll be getting all the party members back. Because we were all scattered. There's a vicious Krilla killer. Don't appreciate that. Get Giga Slash.
Victory is ours.
Bang. There we go. 500 preemptive strikes. Bang. That's a lot. And are there any vicious smobs in here, or miasma, or whatever version they are? Hello, Uncle Chop. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I believe once you do Mount Pang Lai, then do the Champ Savage stuff, which is a very funny section. I believe you then come back here to get the ship. Of course, you need a certain character to be with you to get the ship. You know, I'm glad you're good with job. You know, there's no new enemies, is there? There's just a lot of Cyclopses. There's still 3 more though. There'll be elsewhere. There could be Vicious, Slime Knight, Vicious, what they called, Norchid. Could be anything. Now, I'm going to go up here, have a look, see if there's any enemies, but in the meantime head back to the campfire. There's some Iron Maidens. Talking about you, I've already faced you. Well, I have duped this one. Vicious Norchids, yeah? Oh yeah, you can tell by the red glow in the mouth. I'll take a pit stop in Hospital. Go in there a bit early. No, Hospital, sorry. And then, you know, go from there. You can finish it. Never mind. Never mind. That didn't work out for me. Bang. So that leaves 2 more enemies, right? Yep. Bum, 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 bum. Let's not run into a Cyclops because that ain't getting run over by a horse. So, because as you can see as well, like the enemies have become bigger as well as stronger. You still get your cute little enemies. So there's still easy enemies scattered around, but there's not much else, so I'll take a stop here. Again, you can come here earlier than you need to. See if there's any quests as well. There's not much. I mean, with that, I've opened up the Zoom location. There's no need to do anything else. I'll be back here in a few days' time. I'll be coming back to Valor after I do the Champ Savage bit. I think we'll only take 1. Yeah, it'll only take 1. All I'm going to say is there's a dragon with a list in it, and it's quite funny. That whole section's funny. That's not really the funny bit. It's what you have to do. It brings nice little light-hearted, fun to a very dire situation. There's still 2 enemies in the Cost of Law, but I'm sure they only come out when it's night time. This is Warrior Girl doing here. I came here via the valley up ahead, but things are pretty messed up over to the west there. Must be careful if it's so close to where the world tree fell. And I've been hearing about a crowd of young men roaming the land in outlandish costumes, making all sorts of unholy commotion as well. Be careful whatever you do. See, that ties in with what's going on. There are people in outlandish costumes, and they are raising hell, but in a good way. It's going to be funny. And I could make it go to night time. In order to get the other two enemies, because they're clearly only going to come out at night, but I'm in no rush. So now I'm actually going to continue the main story path and go to Mount Pang Lai, which, despite the fact that I'm going around the Stoneworld map, is still a new area to go to. Of course, there were Heliodorian soldiers that were blocking us up, saying, "Oh, they've got ties of Luminary there against Heliodor." But it's all for good reason why you can't go in there in Act 1, because you'd be overpowered. Because all I'm going to say is the ability you get here is disgusting. Costly in terms of MP, but disgusting. So here we go, Mount Pang Lai. Get a few enemies around here. Oh. The Mount Pang Lai, of course, is a new one. We've already got Black Dragon, Vicious Vodkin Fletcher, Lump Shaman, Vicious Norchid. You've got these gremlins. You've got a dragon enemy. I remember a dragon enemy. Other than the Black Dragon, like a flying one. I think that's the one. It's like an ethereal serpent. No, the Glue Goblin. Oh, whatever. You've asked me. There we go. I mean, don't really count this as a dungeon. Not really. Still a one. There's a dungeon further in. Well, I believe it is the base cave, and I think halfway up is where you get the town, and then you get another bit of the base cave. Yeah, this is Norchid on his own. Yeah. You take it back, that's it. Yeet. Oh, you're still not dead, are we? Okay then. Now you're dead.
Victory is ours.
Only 2 spots left. Yeah, I think this whole section's quite good. There's quite a few bits and bobs around, just scattered. See if there's anything in here. Yeah, there is. Thought there would be. And it's a mini medal. Very nice. I'll face the Orchard, why not? And two of them. Of course, for a Giga Slash. Look at that. So Hendrik has very, very powerful single target moves. I mean, he's like Jade in a sense like that, but obviously Jade can have multi-thrust, which can hit everybody, but nobody matches Hendrik when it comes to singular targeting. He's too strong. Yeet. There we go. More of these types. I see, there it is. Oh, yep, you're gonna float.
All is well that ends.
I mean, this
well.
is like Giga Slash isn't even the most powerful move. Like, literally, in this dungeon coming up, I'm going to get something even more powerful. So it's going to be. Anyway, it seems weird having this right at the end of the list. It's a new area, and of course, all these other areas I have to re-explore again eventually. But I'll be getting to them. Didn't really have to go to any of the Act 1 dungeons again. in there, obviously, so that if you miss them in Act 1,
Victory is ours.
you can still get them. Because I don't think you're ever locked out of filling bestiary entry. It's a good thing. Anyway. Even though it says 5 of 10, that's because they're not all in this bit. So if I change it to night, I believe we'll get the dragons flying around. And I think the cave area counts towards... all the ones in there are not separate, I believe. So, you know, I'll rest until it's night time. And go into the base cave, get to Mount Pang Lai itself, like the actual village, and then it'll be doing the second half and then the boss fight. And will we get one of the other 6 characters back? Who knows? Only us that's seen it or played it before. Anyway, let's have a look, shall we? See if there's anything new around this area. Doesn't look like there's anything new around here. Need 100 or more monsters to fly. And yeah, there's nothing new around here. See, I was confused at this point. I was like, oh, maybe there's 2 separate sections to tally the monster count. I believe that is how it's done. Let's go into the base cave, shall we? No horses allowed past this point. Get to ride on a dragon as well. Here. Get another dragon ride attack enemy. So here we go. So if we look here again, Mount Pang Lai, same thing. Most of the 5 other enemies are in here, I believe. There we go, some classic Dragon Quest enemies here. Some dragon riders. So while the enemies are weak enough, I'll do that. I know it's a bit like spam, but... Oh, I forgot about the bomb boulders, or whatever this goes for. Is it bomb boulders at this point? No, rock bomb. I know you get bomb boulders eventually. You get grenades as well. Very, very strong defense against any secondary weapon. You just can't get through with a secondary weapon. Can get through with a Giga Slash though, so...
Victory is ours.
Hell yes. Might as well. Oh, of course you make the first strike. I'll just get 4 attacks. 4 attacks, brilliant. I mean, I know they're double attacks. Come on, Phantom swoops in, getting nearly dead. Double flame slash.
All is well that ends well.
And kill. And again. And again. Oh, that's not good for you, is it? Is it a crit a Giga Slash? Ooh.
Was never in doubt.
No, it wasn't, mate, was it? Scattered goblins. Whee, that's a lot.
All is well that that ends well.
I'll face it up. The remaining ones are up here. Woo. I'm on a dragon mother effer, take a look at me. It takes a very long time to descend. Try to descend yourself. Okay, I thought it came up to 2 markers then, I was like, what? You laughed at me, okay. Laugh at me now. Your life flashes before your eyes.
Victory is ours.
Some big boy experience though. Especially when there's only 2 of us here. Yeah, 3 spots over here. I believe there's a chest. Also somewhere over that area. Mithril, enchanted stone. Is there nothing there? Fair enough. Bang. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, there we go. There's one of the other enemies. There we go.
All is well that ends well.
So I know the second part of the caves is where you get the black dragon, but so there's only 2 more.
Victory is ours.
Sleep tight. I'll go with the 2 of the goblins on the map. Oh yeah, of course, you suddenly attack. Ah, dear me. You do that. Oh, you pissed him off now. So his resilience goes off the roof. Oh, you bastards. I mean, his resilience is already like knee high, but you know. Hiya, boss! You do that. Don't kill anybody. Sit down, pagan. Rock bombs to go in now. Have a slice of that. That is really good as long as you don't explode. In Drunkest 6 and I think 5 as well, they explode, I think, to just always go down to something like 1 HP. I don't know if they're quite exactly the same in Drunkest 11. I'll try to make sure they don't explode. Luckily it's easier to kill them before they explode in this than like the older Dragon Quests. I discovered that when I played some of the older Dragon Quests after this. Because this is on the easier side when it comes to Dragon Quest, but the story makes up for it. And here we go, so we've got Angri-La. It's just called Shangri-La, but it's just the game's version. You know, Honeyhead Hornets, or Hornites, sorry. Blaze of Glory. 2 participants with their defences on the line in order to give their attack power an incredible boost. So that's a gamble defence tactic. That is the definition of gamble defence. these two one-shot these
Victory is
moves anyway.
ours.
So I think the only ones left is a dragon and then the horse there. No, you do that. Bang, bang. Bang. Oops. Kind of confusing, are you? It's not how this game works, my friend. Trying to run away? No. So a tantamount is a rare game in Dragon 9. You can only get it in the grottos. It's one of the last enemies that building is scary in the very long time it took me to go through Dragon Quest 9.
All is well that ends well. My strength grows ever
I did
greater.
try and do as much as possible. And I managed to in the end, but anyway. Do I need any of these two? No. Not using shields. Using swords, but getting dragon siege can allow me to. Oh, lovely. Tech power when wielding. Allow me to get these two, and I can wrap around to get that panel and get that panel. Because I mean, I won't be using axes. And no, I'm not really bothered about axes. I mean, Hendrik's literally the only one who can use axes. Hey ho. Is that a chest I see before me? More Dundry designs, Dragon's Veins, Worm Fangs, and Dragon Shield. Dragon more. Very nice. Anyway, let's get it. Should be enough. There we go.
Victory is ours.
There's supposed to be a dragon like flying around in here, somewhere around here. Yeah, oh, brilliant, well done. Oh, don't get 2 attacks, that's not allowed. It happens a lot now, they get extra attacks. Of course, this bit ain't supposed to be too difficult because it is only Phantom Hendrik. Nearly at the top. Maybe I'm getting mixed up with Act 3. Maybe one of the enemies in Act 3 is a flying enemy. Okay. Don't take too much to confuse me sometimes. Oh, God's sake, Hendrik. We always get counted. He's good at counting himself as well. There we go. Of course, I'll give you a few seconds to move away, especially if there's 2 ranks, which I was going to get straight into a battle. How long we've been going for? We shall have a look. 34 minutes. Probably take about half an hour. Just depends on how long the Angular cutscenes last for. I don't remember. I mean, I don't think the residents of Angular let you go in there anyway, so go straight past. Got a chest down here. lack of anti-magic. I think that's giving you a clue of who's going to be in the team soon. I didn't say anything there. Didn't give you any hints whatsoever. Like that. Let's have a look. There's one more. I'm sure it's a dragon. I'm sure it is. I mean, any rarefied enemies, anything like that, I will come back to before I end Act 2. But once you start Act 3, after you complete the main game, you don't go straight into the Act 3. Well, the enemies from Act 3 don't come out straight away. Unfortunately, I can't say any more than that, because we're still far off that anyway, but here we go. The second to last town you get introduced to in the game. There is one
Temple
more.
on top of a mountain. What connection could a place like this have to the luminary? It certainly benefits from divine protection of some kind. Yggdrasil fell to earth not far from here, yet the temple buildings escaped entirely unscathed.
I know that face. That man is a knight of Heliodor. Heliodorian swine! You think that your blockade will break us? Think again. The disciples of Angri-La are made of sterner stuff, as you will soon see.
This is like a Dragon Ball area, especially with the monk with the gold head.
What in the... These movements must be intended to confound us. Be on your guard. They may attack from any angle.
Enough, all of you. Is this how we treat visitors? As your High Lama, I order you to stand down.
Your Holiness, these people are not visitors. They are soldiers of Heliodor. We cannot be sure of their intentions.
Soldiers of Heliodor, you say? The tall one, perhaps, but his young friend does not look like a military man to me. I sense a great power within you. Tell me, young man, are you the luminary?
No, nothing about no.
Do not try to hide it. The strength of your soul radiates.
Incredible. He divined your true identity with a single glance.
How long we have waited for this day. Please, you must forgive my disciples' discourtesy. Their training is incomplete. Welcome to Angri-La, honored luminary. It would please me if you would join me in the high hall at the top of the temple. We have much to discuss.
Strange child. But
I knew someone was going to make a Krillin reference. I was waiting for it, Scott.
There is more to him than meets
I was
the
waiting
eye,
for it.
That much is certain. Well, we have come
Wait
this
until
far.
you
Might as well
at
make
the
our
end
way
of the
to
game
this
you
high
get
hall of his.
another
See
town
what he
with
has to
these
say.
people that also look like Dragon Ball characters, as you'll see. Yeah, they do give off quite a big Dragon Ball vibe around here, but anyway. And yeah, in case you don't know, Scott, I don't know how much you've seen recently, there's only 2 characters in my party, because everybody's been split up. I'm not going to explain why, not now. But, yeah. State. Here we go. I was guarding the mountain gate when we were attacked by monsters. If the disciples hadn't come to my aid, I would have surely lost my life. We had blockaded their home at Sir Jasper's orders, but despite this, they saved my life and welcomed me into their home. I can still hardly believe it. So, of course, the prevention of Phantom getting to Angri-La in Act 1 was not down to Hendrik, of course, because Hendrik ain't an arsehole. Of course, oh, who is it? Jasper. What a surprise. But as I said, the ability I'm going to learn here soon, you just can't learn in Act 1. It's just way too overpowered. I don't think damage is based on level, it's just that powerful. Anyway, I'll save it here. As well, you get something known as the Wheel of Harmer here, which is like this trial. I don't think I'll be able to do any of them yet, but I mean, the last one you can't do until you're level 99. So I might use my old file to give it, because you can do whatever Wheel of Armour challenges you want. So instead of grinding all the way to 99 again, because it will take a long time, trust me, even I did it from level 82 I think, when I finished, no 81, 82, something like that. It still took hours, because the best way to level up is a Vicious Metal King Slime, which you get in Act 3. And we haven't even got Metal King Slime yet, that'll come later. Yeah, they're around. No, that's not a recipe, so I'm not bothered. Recipe? Nope. And there's Mini Medal. Right, here we go. This is the High Hall, and then right at the top you've got the Wheel of Armour, which is, unlike most of the things in this game, actually really difficult. I mean, I said this is on the easier side of Dragon Quests, but it does have its moments, and the Wheel of Armour is definitely one of those.
Once again to Angri-La, honoured luminary. As I believe you know, it is my privilege to serve as High Lama of this most sacred temple.
I am to address you as Your Holiness, correct? Might I ask what you and your people know of my companion?
Why, everything, of course. We have awaited his coming ever since the day he entered this world, in the castle of Dundrasil.
Waiting for him? What do you mean?
I mean exactly what I say, nothing more. Tell me, do you recognize the symbol on this banner? It is the emblem of Dundrasil. Since the age of heroes, the princes of that nation have come here to train with us for 6 years of their youth. Your young friend was born a prince of Dundrasil. Thus did we expect him to come here as a boy and study under the great Grand Master Pang. Sadly, that was not to be.
So if fate had been kinder, you would have spent a good part of your childhood here. What of his tutor? This Grand Master Pang you speak of?
Now she is a very powerful being.
When the Lord of Shadows brought the world tree low, the Master set out to summon a magical mandala to protect the temple from destruction. The spell succeeded, but its power was too great. Grand Master Pang did not return.
A noble sacrifice indeed.
Now that the Master is gone, it falls to me to guide you. Come to the field of discipline. It lies behind this hall. There is something you must see.
Ugh, the Wheel of Armour. God, like the final trial in the Wheel of Armour is just disgusting.
I would have liked to meet one.
It requires such tight strategy.
Come, let us see what His Holiness has in store.
See, there are some things you get in Act 2, but there's some you only get in Act 3. I mean, some of them have such high levels that you can't do them in Act 2 anyway. But anyway. Here we go.
Beyond those doors lies the field of discipline, where students of Angri-La strive for enlightenment. Before we tread upon this hallowed ground, let me tell you a little of our history. And of the luminary of legend himself, Erdwin.
So now you actually get more to do with the original Dragon Quest trilogy.
Before setting out to defeat the Dark One,
lot.
Erdwin came to our temple to learn from the Wise Ones, who made their homes here even then. The first Grand Master, i.e., accepted him as a disciple, and trained him in the secrets of spiritual realization. But he did not train alone. During his time here, he met someone who would change his fate forever.
Who was this person?
Another of I.Yi's disciples, a young mage whose talent outshone that of all who had come before. A man named Morkant.
Now Morkant is very important, because Morkant was meant to be the fourth member of
Erdwin and Morkant would train together every day, each striving to outstrip the other. Though they were fierce rivals, they became firm friends. When their training was complete, Morkant joined with Erdwin in his quest to slay the Dark One. Without Morkant's magic, he might never have prevailed.
There's something I think in Gallopolis towards the end of the game
Before setting out, they
to
carved
do
an
with what
inscription
happened to
into
the
the
original
stone,
band.
a pledge of eternal friendship. It has been a treasure of ours ever since.
Morkant. I have not heard the name before.
Now allow me to show you to the field of discipline, if you would be so good as to follow me.
Yeah, that's why the mountain is called Pang Lai, because the Grandmaster Pang. I'm guessing it was called Mount Lai when it was IE, and they'll do it like that, so they named the mountain after whoever the Grandmaster is. So no, here's the Wheel of Karma.
Welcome to the field of discipline. Since the Age of Heroes, many a would-be warrior has spilled sweat and blood upon these flagstones. If your karma had been different, this is where you would have trained under Grand Master Pang, like all the princes of Dundrasil before you. I have brought you here so that you might stand in the footsteps of your ancestors. An unbroken line leading all the way back to the Age of Heroes. Even your grandfather, Lord Robert, completed his training here. The memory
That's
of
right.
his achievements shall live long in the temple's memory.
His achievements?
Pang was a harsh master. With this implement, disciples whose efforts were lacking were given motivation, directly to their fundament. It became known as the Naughty Stick. During the course of his 6 years of tuition, your grandfather's right honourable posterior was paddled an unprecedented 10,000 times. The tale of Lord Robert's road to enlightenment lives on to this day. Every disciple knows that he must focus at all times, lest he face the same fate.
So Rab was a very naughty boy. He's
A
not the Messiah.
legendary achievement indeed.
You are worried for your grandfather, yes? Do not be. Lord Robert overcame every challenge set for him by the Grand Master, and emerged stronger every time. The fall of the World Tree would not have been enough to extinguish one so resilient. He is alive. I sense it. Tonight there will be a modest feast in the High Hall to celebrate your long-awaited arrival. We would be greatly honoured if you would join us. We may not be able to aid you as we would have done were Master Pang still with us, but in this respect at least, we can provide.
That night, the High Lama holds a banquet in Phantom's Eye. The long-suffering disciples are overjoyed to have an evening's respite from their training and eat, drink and dance till the early hours. Then morning comes.
Awake at last, hmm? It is high time we were on our way. If the Grand Master was still alive, perhaps we might have learned something to help us in our fight against the Lord of Shadows. Sadly, it was not to be.
And obviously I would have got this in Act 1, but of course Mordegon clearly told Jasper to keep Phantom away from Anglar on purpose, because Mordegon was probably aware of Anglar's power. Yeah, Mordegon goes back to the Age of Heroes. It's probably why he looks like... I forgot his name. Who is it? I mean, there's a few... Mordegon has the same style as a lot of the villains, like Jima from Dragon Quest V, that git, I hate him. But I forgot the final boss of Dragon Quest III's name. He's quite important. And looks similar. But no, I don't even know, I trust you slept well last night. His only letter waits you outside. It seems he is keen to wish you luck on the next stage of your journey. He said that he intended to speak with you alone, but I hear raised voices coming from the other side of the door. What could be happening out there, I wonder? I do wonder.
And the Hermit? What news of him?
Forgive us, Your Holiness. The monsters on the mountain path were too strong. We were unable to reach him.
I see.
Your Holiness, is there a problem?
Yes, Sir Hendrik. I fear there is. You see, 2 weeks ago a hermit visited us, unannounced. Then just as suddenly departed for the top of the mountain.
Alone? Whatever for?
That I do not know. The moment he heard that Master Pang had passed away, he ran from the temple. He was last seen climbing the path to the summit. The mountain has become infested with monsters, emboldened and strengthened by the rise of the Lord of Shadows. It is a perilous place indeed. This being so, I dispatched a group of disciples to return him to safety. As you can see, things did not go quite as planned.
I have trained all my life for a moment such as this, and yet I have failed in my first true test. I have brought shame upon Angri-La.
Might we be able to offer some assistance?
I thank you for your kindness, but you are guests here. I cannot ask you to undertake such a dangerous task.
A knight of Heliodor does not abandon an innocent in need. These people have shown us great kindness. It is only right that we do them a kindness in return. Would you not agree?
I could be mean, but I'm not going to. 'Cause
Thank you
either way,
from the bottom of my
the
heart,
answer is yes.
but I cannot allow you to bear this burden alone. I shall come with you. We must depart for the summit of Mount Pang Lai without delay. After exiting the temple, we will take the path to the east in order to begin our ascent.
So yeah, the hermit is actually an important character. I'm not going to say no more on that matter. Anyway, time to climb to the summit, and then it'll be the boss fight. And then once the subsequent cutscenes are done after that, that'll be it. So, if we look at the enemy list, Mount Pang Lai, there's only one more enemy. It's got to be in here, surely. Clearly it's a dragon in the post-game. And here we go. I don't remember how big this dungeon is. How big is it? I remember, I think it's only like 2 floors at the most. Here we go. Oh no, Summit Shrine, it's right there. It's not even that big. There's no sparkly spots either. Hello, Black Dragonus, how you doing? If you get close enough to, I don't want to get hit by the tail because that will initiate a fight. Big down there.
Victory is ours.
And don't get taken. There we go. Go. It's just this dragon rider on their own. I mean, take them down. I mean, you've got a black dragon and you've got that. Huge difference. Oh, there you are. Wondered where you went to. He was only on his own. They could have both combined for one battle, made it so much quicker. Never mind.
Well that ends well.
Yeah, the boss fight coming up I died in. I believe you have to spam the move you get. I think I tried to do that and it I don't remember. I just failed once in the fight. I don't remember because it's a bit of a quirky thing you have to do. And I don't think spamming works because there's a move that's used on you called Pearly Gates. Eventually you have to heal yourself, but yeah, I don't know. Frizzle man is a frizzle. Right. Spamming frizzle. Mind. Sit down. Might be best to get that edge on this bitch. Actually, get that preempted. Dragon ain't messing around. Screw it. Oi. Dragon slash. Cutting edge. Sure it goes down. Bang. Big boy damage. Of course, if that wasn't Dragon Slash, Phantom wouldn't have done nowhere near as much damage as Hendrik, but it's just Hendrik innit, really. He's just that good. They don't get what I will on their own, but they can easily combine these two Dragon Slash. Unnecessary crit, gotta love it. In your own time, thank you. I believe that's it. No more battles. Straight there. Of course, it's interesting how they've done it. They like split it up into small sections here and there. You had a bit of a world map. Then you had the first little tunnel area. Then you had another bit of the world map. Then you had the town, and then you had this. It's a small section. It's going to lead solely to Izzy fight. How long have we been streaming for? Nearly an hour. Shouldn't take too much longer. I mean, yesterday's stream was long, but I don't want it to all be quite that long, unless it's a big dungeon. So I don't want to get through it too quick. I want to, take my time with it. I mean, it's a big game anyway, but, we're going to get into this Stupor Trooper. And look who the Hermit is. Very interesting. Well, that looks very strange. And look at Hendrik's just sat there, just reading a book. The world is practically ending. There are demons flying around everywhere. And he's just sat there now, joking. Anyway. Let's get it. So the big giveaway of who it is are the bags there. But anyway.
It seems we are too late. Is this the hermit we came in search of?
Unfortunately so. He was in deep meditation when he breathed his last. I am glad at least that he was prepared to meet his fate. But that posture, it is awful. Uniquely awful. I know it from somewhere.
That gives away who it is straight away.
Incredible! Issue 1 of the Ogler's Digest.
and in mint condition. Indeed. It seems our friend here made his peace with the world before departing. This, at least, is some small solace.
Oh dear. And oh look.
But this is one of the royal treasures of Dundrasil. Why would a lowly hermit have such a... Oh, by the skies! Can it really be?
It's Rab.
Lord Robert!
Your grandfather was Master Pang's most fervent disciple. Can he have chosen to follow his mentor to the next life, perhaps?
No, he is still breathing.
What?
His spirit hovers in the place between life and death. It is only a matter of time before he passes the point of no return. But there may yet be a way to save him. If you were to follow him into the void, you might be able to bring him back.
But how? Is this even possible?
The ancient teachings tell us that the summit of Mount Pang Lai stands at the crossroads between this world and the next. If you will permit me, I can perform an ancient rite that will send you to the place between worlds. But it is not a decision to be taken lightly. Once that place is entered, there is no guarantee of return. Well, will you take that chance? Will you visit the void and bring Lord Robert back to us?
Of course, I'm not going to get stuck there. This is an RPG.
Very well. I will prepare for the ritual.
We're going to bend and twist
Tell
reality
me when
like
you
it's
are
a bloody
ready,
piece of string.
and we will begin.
Here we go. There's Rab just there. Looks a lot thinner than the last time you saw him. He can't have eaten anything in a long, long time. And yeah, Ogre's Digest. There it is, lovely. So of course Phantom was passed out for like, I think half a year-ish. So from when Mordegon destroyed Yggdrasil and brought a practical end to the world, it's been about half a year. Anyway,
it is time to depart for the place to which every soul must go, but from which few ever return. It is time to perform the rite.
What is this foolish dance? What manner of ritual is this?
Here we are. Ever so glowing. We're just going to meet a new character here as well. She's a very important character. She's not over there. So this is some weird rift between life and death. Simply known as the Void. Hello, Grandmaster Pang, how are you doing?
Another wandering soul drifts into my domain. Welcome, child, to the end of your journey. Destiny is cruel indeed to send me one so young. This may be a fruitless question, given the vacant expression you wear, but do you know what fate awaits you here? He is wise beyond his years. An intellectual giant. I must return to the world above and tell everyone I met such a marvel. Do you think me a fool, boy? Do not pretend. There is no need for pretense here. You are ignorant. This is as it should be. Let me unburden you of at least a little of your ignorance. I will explain in simple terms that even an idiot may understand.
A very nice
As you
Pang.
see, this world is a blank slate. It is a place of nothingness. Before Yggdrasil fell, departed souls would come here before returning to the World Tree. But now that the tree is gone, it is a place with an entrance but no exit. A dead end for the dead. A spiritual cul-de-sac. What I'm trying to tell you is that you will never leave this world. Before long, your soul will dissipate and be lost to the void.
So that's quite important. So that's what happens to departed souls now.
As long as the cycle of souls is interrupted, all who die will suffer the same fate. Until at last, the Lord of Shadows is the only one who remains. This is your destiny. Accept it, for you cannot change it. Or do you cling to the vain hope that the heart of Yggdrasil may be recovered from Mordegon's clutches? If you do, you are a fool.
Oh, shut up.
And yet, you would not be alone in your foolishness. There are others who refuse to accept that all is lost. Some people just don't know when to give up.
So here we go. When bright brand bores through heaven's doors, the sun shall rise, darken skies, and banish night with holy light. Oh, here we go. I think this is Quadra Slash. I think that's the move that I'll be getting. But it's broken! And there he is. It's Rab. So Rab will learn Pearly Gates. Will learn whatever his ability is, don't remember.
Did you think that he chose death out of a sense of despair? You could not be more wrong. He came here with hope in his heart. The hope that one day he will defeat the Lord of Shadows. Your grandfather came to find me so that I might teach him the last of my secrets. You know who I am, of course. Foolish child. I am Pang, Grand Master of Angrila. Your grandfather's teacher and tormentor. Do you see the magic circle that surrounds him? The precise pattern of movements draws energy from the ether and channels it to create the mandala of Yggdrasil. This is the final secret. He has been flailing away like this ever since he arrived here. It is not good for him at his age. But when the great sigil is complete, he will have mastery over a power not seen since the Age of Heroes. Get out, knight! Don't you dare give up now! I'll beat your bottom black and blue, I swear it!
Party stick. Because he swore then, I don't know in what language. That's definitely swore. And there's the pearly gates. It's like this weird white beam that shoots out of the ground. He like jumps up and slams it down.
Well, would you look at that? Perhaps he is not completely useless after all.
Hey! Did you see that? I finally did it! Oh, it was beautiful!
Yes, very impressive. I thought you had gone soft in your dotage, but it seems you still have some guts. Well done.
Jinx! Grandmaster Pang, was that praise? Woohoo! For the first time in my long life, she's actually paid me a compliment. Oh, that's warmed my cockles more than 100 nips of the hard stuff.
Perhaps if you could stop congratulating yourself for one moment and squint beyond the end of your bulbous nose, you would see we have a visitor.
Oh my! Is it really you, laddie?
No, I'm just a ghost. I'm a
Oh,
phantom.
no, you as well. Your poor young life snatched away from you. It's not fair. It's not fair, I tell you.
Oh, stop your snivelling. The boy is alive.
He's what? But what's he doing here, then?
He and his friends found your body and sent his soul from the world above to bring you back.
Ah, really? But I only came here to... You went to all that trouble. As you can see, I'm perfectly fine. Finer than ever, in fact. Now that I've learned the final secret, you and me are going to be unstoppable. Come on, let's get back to our bodies and show that Lord of Shadows what we're made of.
Stop right there! Where do you think you are going?
I can't thank you enough for all you've done, Grandmaster. But now that my training's finished, I need to be on my way.
Finished? Oh, but we haven't even begun.
Forgetting Phantom Rab.
Honored Luminary, if you would like to follow me.
So of course he was meant to have 6 years of training as a kid, but now he's going to get it all wrapped up into one battle.
Your grandfather has mastered the last secret of Angry La. He now has the power to send enemies straight to the beyond. It is a technique first devised in the Age of Heroes by Morkant, brother-in-arms of the Luminary of Legend. For you, I have a technique no less impressive. An attack of such incredible power that it can tear through all 4 dimensions.
And she's not
It was
joking.
devised by Erdwin himself during his training with Yi, our first Grand Master. And it will give you strength beyond reckoning, Luminary.
Well, that can't be a bad thing. Me with Morkant's spell and you with Erdwin's attack. We'll be unstoppable.
If you can master it. None since Erdwin has been able to do so. The training you must undergo to acquire this power will be more intense, more relentless, more excruciating than any you have faced before. Well, do you think you have what it takes to endure this most trying of trials? I knew you would make the right choice. Now, let us begin. The first step is to focus your mental energies and call forth a blade of pure light. Hold out your hand and try. As good as can be expected for a first attempt. The heat of battle should help to speed you up a little.
Battle? You mean you're going to fight him? Oh, no, the poor lad's not ready.
So it's not
Me?
powerful enough yet, so you have to basically
Why would
spam
I
it
run
in
for
this
my
fight
nice
to make
clean robe
it powerful,
when I
because
have
the more
you
you
to
use
do
it,
my
I think
dirty
it
work
doubles.
for me?
What? You're going to make me fight my own grandson?
Who better, Lord Robert? You have mastered all our secrets now. There is no one better suited to the task. And besides, I've always wanted to see 2 princes of Dundrasil battling it out. Let me know when you are ready to begin.
I am ready.
I am ready.
Before we continue, allow me to give your grandfather an unfair advantage. All in the name of speeding up your training, of course.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Oh, aye! I've not felt this alive in decades! Let me have a little blight!
That's the spirit. Don't hold back. Show him the true power of our last and greatest secret.
Just you watch me.
Luminary, prepare yourself. Beat back the onslaught and unleash the technique if you can. The more you use it, the stronger it will become. You must practice until it is perfect.
Here I come, laddie. It's time to show you what this old man can do.
Here we go. So Rab's been made stronger. So he takes 2 turns to use Pearly Beak. He's just going to get 2 attacks straight away. Brilliant. Great start. So here it is, Quadra Slash. Single enemy only version of an almighty attack originally used by Luminary as long ago. So it doesn't use MP. It's only training, so yeah, it's shit for now. But keep on using it. Never go to 64. Etc, etc. Well, that's troublesome. Anathematized, brilliant. Nearly there. Shit. To survive the Heli Gates is fine. Let me go, let me go, let me go! You see, this is the problem, this is why I die, because I don't go. Ah. I never get to bloody go in this whole fight. Oh shit. Well, now it's strong enough, I think I need to try and get rid of the doppelgangers. But it's just they get so many attacks and then I can never heal up. I just need an attack where I can get rid of the twat. Quadra Slash. Get out. I need to try and get rid of the doppelgangers next and then take out Rab. Right, he doesn't have enough MP, which is good.
I almost feel bad about this.
Yeah, Rab's on yellow, I just need to prepare myself. Go for normal attack, that's fine. That's fine, keep it going, keep it going. Fuck off. I need to take a crack at him. There we go. I never know what to do in that fight. I could have just attacked him ages ago, but I didn't know. There we go. Very nice. So now it actually turns into a multi-target move.
Wonderful. I couldn't have beaten him more soundly myself. I must say, I doubted you had it in you. But you have proved me wrong. And for once, that is no bad thing.
Quadra Slash, the disgusting,
The power of the
overpowered
technique comes from your heart. Hone that greatest of weapons, and none will be able to stand before you. Now, I think it's time we peeled that old degenerate off the flagstones, don't you?
You beat me, even with the last secret of Angry La in my side. Oh, I can't believe how much you've grown, laddie.
You weren't too much of an embarrassment, no. Perhaps I finally have a disciple worthy of the name.
Oh!
Just in queue for Mordigan to arrive.
Where you have been hiding.
Wait, I know that voice.
Mordigan.
Sniveling worms. You thought to escape my clutches by cowering here in this ruined world. You have only delayed the inevitable.
No! Curse you! I had thought your powers could not reach us here. It seems I underestimated you.
You can't underestimate Mordigan. He's as old as time itself.
So inconsiderate. There was one last thing I wanted to teach you. Fine. Seems we must do it the hard way. You two will just have to learn the ultimate ability here and now. Or die trying.
What? So the last secret of Angry La wasn't the last one? And Quadra Slash wasn't either?
Of course not, foolish man. There is another. A supreme skill devised by Grandmaster, i.e. one that Erdwin and Morkan performed together. Well, don't just stand there. Combine your powers. Revive the technique that was lost to us so long ago, so that I can die happy.
Knowing that she
Dare
did what
to
she needed
resist.
to.
You must do exactly as I say. Exactly when I say it. We have only one chance. Robert, do not think. Act. Use the technique I taught you. Quickly!
He Kamehameha hard that bitch. Oi! And then he throw the sword
Now,
into it.
Luminary! Unleash Quadra Slash! Yes, the last and greatest of all the secrets of Angry-La. The technique to end all techniques. Solar Flare!
Yeah. Now we return. So she's made a sacrifice play, as it's called. But she said she could die happy now because she knows she succeeded. She wanted.
He is back with us. But he is greatly weakened. We must get him to the temple right away.
Exhausted after the events in the void, Phantom falls into a deep sleep. In his dreams, he sees the smiling face of Grandmaster Pang, hit by the light of the ultimate ability of Angry-La. Then morning comes. She died happy, bless her.
Ah. You are finally awake. Good. I feared you had suffered some lasting injury. Lord Robert awoke a short while ago. He's outside speaking with the High Lama. We should join them.
So now, every time you get one of your characters back, they have an interaction with Hendrik, because of course Hendrik was against Phantom through his own misjudgment, but of course he accepted that he was a fool, because he had a great confrontation with Jasper yesterday, as you know. That was a great redemption, you know. He's basically saying, you fooled me once, Jasper, but never again, I'm going to kill you, bitch. Basically, that's the way I see it anyway.
Oh, hello there, laddie. Better late than never, eh? What are you staring at me like that for? Is there something on my face?
It is your physique, Lord Robert. You were a good deal slighter only a short time ago.
Oh, that! Nothing a good breakfast couldn't cure. Aye, the Grand Master put me through worse on more than one occasion.
Lord Robert has told me what came to pass in the void, that you met Grand Master Pang, and that she trained you in the ancient arts. I hear that you were even able to master the ultimate abilities of your ancestor Erdwin. You have my congratulations.
And I hear that I owe you a debt of thanks, Sir Hendrik, for looking after the boy here while I was away.
Please think nothing of it, my lord. It is the least I could do to make amends for all the wrongs I have done. Indeed, I feel I must apologize.
Ah, don't torture yourself over it, son. We've all been pawns in Mordegon's game. You've nothing to apologize for.
Thank you. Truly. What do you intend to do now? We had hoped to find guidance here in Angri-La, but alas, we find ourselves at an impasse.
Well, funnily enough, I was just thinking about something Grand Master Pang told me. She said old Erdwin used a very special form of transport when he went after the Dark One. Some sort of sacred flying contraption.
And we won't be getting that till near the end either.
Whatever could that mean?
I didn't get the chance to ask her any more about it. But it sounds like just what we need to get up to that castle and knock Mordegon off his perch. As
It's
for
not that
our
easy,
old
mate, I'm afraid.
friends, none of them were exactly the giving up type, eh? If I'm still alive and kicking, you can bet the rest of them are out there somewhere. So, what say we head over to Arborea and keep an eye out for our pals on the way? If this flying doodad's supposed to be sacred, the folks over there will know something about it for sure.
Now, like Act 1, you go to Arborea very late in Act 2, and I would rather
No
not
time
go
to
there
lose.
anytime
The
soon
longer
because
we wait,
of
the stronger
something sad.
Mordegon gets.
Not
So,
looking forward to
let's
that
get
again.
going.
So there we go, Rab rejoins the party. New panels have been unlocked in his character builder. So yeah, this is going to happen with every character when they get reintroduced. They're going to get new stuff. The biggest change is Serena. I'm not going to reveal why.
Honoured Luminary, we disciples of Angri-La will do all that we can to aid you in your preparations to take on the Lord of Shadows. We have even devised a special training regime for you. Visit us again soon. We will stand ready to help you hone your powers.
So that's the Wheel of Harmer, but it's no use yet. So what if overcoming the unforgiving trials of Grandmaster Pang and mastering the most closely guarded secrets? There's one quest on the line. We'll look to for the other stuff. So yeah, they've mixed in the quests here. So we've got the 4 Academy ones. We've got that one which is Angri-La, and another one at the Academy, and then one in Phnom Nom. So a few of them are mixed in, just the way it is. So as I said, 19 more quests for Act 2, this is the first one of Act 2, and there's going to be 15 in Act 3. Anyway, whether one emerges from battle in triumph or defeat depends not on one's skill with a sword or one's magical might, but upon one's will to win. No matter how powerful one's opponent, one must clear one's mind of all doubt and devote oneself entirely to overcoming the challenge they present. This is the first teaching of Angri-La. We disciples train every day after... We disciples train day after day to master this mindset. Perhaps our teachings might aid you in your battles to come. Would you like to experience our training for yourself? This particular lesson will involve defeating a mighty monster using a certain pet power. We'll accept the challenge. Good, you have the spirit of a true disciple. I sense that you have braved the battlefield countless times before and performed the dance of death with many a foul fiend. For this trial, I'll have you slay one of the boreal serpents that haunt the paths of Mount Pang Lai during the day, and hide themselves away at night. They are fearsome foes indeed. And not only that, you must use the pet power Blaze of Glory before felling the fiend. This skill vastly increases one attacking might at the expense of defence. It encourages one to eliminate all thoughts of defeat from one's mind and concentrate entirely on the offensive. So that's Phantom and Hendrik. If I can't get that done straight away, I won't get it done. So I knew there was a Boreal Serpent around here. Anyway, now that's done, I need to head for Arborea. Before I do that, I can't do much else. Because North is still locked. We don't know what's happened to that. I'm going to go to Costa Valor. It's too early to go to Costa Valor. But there's like 5 quests over in the school, and then there's one in Phnom, but that's going to be the place I'll be going to tomorrow. But yeah. That's it for today's episode. So, thank you for watching this episode of my playthrough of Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age. And in the next episode, I will be going, or returning to the Champ Sauvage in order to complete the next main story quest, where I'll be meeting up with yet another of Phantom's old friends from Act 1. It's going to be a very funny section over in Phnom Nom. And whilst there, I'm also going to face the second Spectral Sentinel. Once I've done that, I'll be able to go to the Costa Valor, but I'm not going to do that, and instead I'll get the quest in Phnom Nom and the 5 in the Academy, because yesterday's stream was about 1:40, and this has been an hour and a half, so might do a short stream tomorrow. But as I said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode, and hopefully later, for the end of Shining Force 2.